Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Bleeding Crypto's Market Update. Today is Wednesday, June 26, 6:44 a.m. local time. Hope you're having a good day, morning or afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Guys, I've been doing my disclaimer written on the description of the video, but I'm going to start doing them actually in the recording itself. You have to understand, guys, I'm in a position that I don't want to get into trouble, and I need to make sure that I cover myself legally. And as you know, there's a lot of crybabies out there, and a lot of people that are like to shift the responsibility of their losses to other people. So I have to make these disclaimers. So I'm going to do this on the beginning of every video. I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I am wrong 99.9% of the time. So if you use real money and you follow me, you have a 99% chance of losing it all. This is just considered game theory. This is for entertainment purposes only. I have to have an ironclad disclaimer, guys. So I don't think there's a better ironclad disclaimer than that one there. This way I'm covered. All right, guys. This way I can continue to make these videos for you, is better said. All right, so what we're going to do, guys, we're gonna start off where we left off on the last video yesterday. Now, on the last video yesterday, we talked about a possible invalidation of this continuation rule. We're thinking that we were here. We were thinking we're gonna come down here. We're gonna bounce off of this continuation rule for a higher high, and if we close below it, we were going to shift this. We're going to shift this into this. I don't know if you guys remember. And if that were to happen, then we would have a bounce from here and then a move up to the 100 daily EMA. None of those things happened. So what did happen is we kept on pushing higher, and we talked about that if we push higher, we want to pay attention to the hourly 50 EMA. We want to see a nice clean break, which we did get, but we didn't hold it. We came down. Then we attempted it again with an even better break. We came down and we held it this time. Then we pushed up to the 100, and now again, we didn't quite hold it. Remember, if you can do this, guys, if you can go back to yesterday's video and just listen to it and listen to what I had said about moving higher, why I want to see a retracement, why I want to see a pullback of that rubber band. Because without that proper pullback of the rubber band, the follow-throughs get weaker and weaker. And look, we went all the way up here, but yet we just couldn't hold it. And here now we're fighting once again here. So this is no longer valid since we kept on pushing up. So in order to give us a more cleaner perspective I'm still looking for that proper higher low. In order to get that proper higher low, I'm going to go to the 4-hour time frame to basically clean up the price action. So you see here how different things look. We kept on pushing, but it's not giving us that strength that we're looking for. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to move this to here. The bottom stays the same. The swing low stays the same. That hasn't shifted. But the top is what matters now. This is the top right here, and not this one in the way I view the market, because this is a swing fail. So this is where we actually stopped. Then we came down. We tried to get above it. We couldn't. If this was a candle up here, I would have used this as my high. But this was a swing high, and we fell. So this here is still in play for what I'm looking for. Oh, sorry. No, wrong one. Right there. Okay, now, same thing as yesterday, guys. Nothing really changes. What I'm looking for is a bounce off this higher low rule and getting into a higher high. If we close below here and we have a candle open below here, we then switch this into the reload zone, which would be in here. Right there for a bounce. This would give us not only a good rubber band pull, but it sets the market structure, like I talked about yesterday, into a really bullish market structure that I tend to play very often, and that's a W. All right. I am going to adjust the daily 100 EMA. Where are we at today? Okay, we haven't moved much from yesterday, and the 50 EMA is right here. Okay, perfect. Now, is this the end of the move? No, that's the end of the local trade. Remember, guys, I'm a day trader. So as a day trader, I'm looking for moves within that day. So for me, let me give you an example. A day trade would be, this would be a day trade. And when we hit here, I know that the probability is we're going to go and put a flag. W flag breakout is a pattern that I play very often. So I take advantage of those moves. I take advantage of taking profit, shorting it to a continuation rule here. And then normally this here will hit a 382, sometimes a 0.50, but typically a 382. And then we get a harmonic breakout. Harmonic breakout being swing low, swing high, AB equals CD. So the same move between here and here, I then clone that into wherever the 382 hits for my target to the upside. That's what the AB equals CD move would look like, because ultimately what I'm looking for is obviously for us to go higher. Now here would be a great target for a higher time frame look, but we cannot get ahead of ourselves because the 100 EMA is going to be tough. It is not going to be easy, guys. This daily, look, we had support there. We had here support and we bounced. Here we had a deviation, but we bounced. Here we had support and we bounced. Here we had support, we lost it. That is extremely bearish. Doesn't mean we can't recover it, but the point is that don't expect this to just break very easily. All right? This is going to be one of those where it has a high probability, high conviction that we're going to stop there and we're going to have a little bit of a pullback. Now, on that pullback, can we break it on the next one? I don't know. Because what may happen is we pull back. What we don't want to see happen is that we hit it again and we start consolidating here. If we start consolidating here, we're trying to break it, there's a chance that we roll over. There's a chance to roll over. I much rather see a consolidation above the 100 EMA. So if we can pierce it, get above it and consolidate here, I'm good. I don't want to see a consolidation after a rejection here, because then we shift the probabilities. And listen to the words that I'm saying. Probabilities, not a certainty, probabilities. All right? Because then they're going to say, oh, BC, you said that if we consolidate here, we're going to go down. No, the probability is yes. Could it go up after consolidation here? Yes, it can. But we're talking about, as a day trader, we basically take bets on the high odds. What are the odds? The odds are we go down if we do that. Doesn't mean it's going to be 100%. Just like you take the odds on a roulette table, you take odds on a crap table. Well, the odds here on trading would be that. All right, so let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Right now, New York just opened 22 minutes ago. So I want to wait and see what New York does. Does New York put a false move to the upside? Does it try to trap some shorts? Trap some longs and then push it down? They could. High block data has wiped out $20 billion of short contracts in the past 2 days. $20 billion worth of contracts. It's a lot of money. That is a lot of money that they wiped out. So right now it's pretty neutral. Right now we're only at about, I think, $4.7 billion. That's not much of a move. But what I'm concerned about, you see these wicks here on the 4-hour time frame? These wicks? When you start seeing this, it makes me a little bit nervous, because what it shows me is these are sometimes, usually, markers that the market makers leave behind, and these are clues for me, telling me they're building their short positions. The short positions only mean I'm looking for this as a short position, okay? I'm not looking for this as a short. Could we go lower? Yes, we can, but we got to play it one level at a time. Like I said yesterday, the level is going to be this. We haven't even gotten there yet. That's level 1. Level 2. If we close below here, yeah, all of this invalidates. All this move up here invalidates. And we're now looking for the $53,000 target. Now, yesterday's video, guys, I told you I was going to show it to you in a different chart. Here it is. I forgot to do it yesterday. But here's a chart that I've been working with. Excuse the mess. I know it's going to be a little bit difficult to understand this, but this is a chart that I've been using with my team. I built this chart about, I don't know, like a couple months ago, a few months back. I think it was back in March. So yeah, what is that? Like, wow, over 3 months. So we built this and we started adding to it as things developed. Now, the main portion of the main takeaway that you need to pay attention to is this here, guys. If we lose this low that I just told you about, we have a really good chance of coming down to this target here of $53,000. We have a couple of things that are shifting the probability that if we lose this, we're going there. Number one, massive heat liquidity cluster here, high block cluster in here at 55,000. And the problem with hitting this, guys, is that in the VRVP volume profile, they have a huge gap. That's what this is here, where it says dead air. Dead air represents a massive gap in the VRVP, which has a 90% fill rate. Meaning that every time we see that on the higher time frames, 90% of the time it will come down and fill it. Not 100%, but 90%. Now 53,000 is my target on here because not only does this line up perfectly with the shelf of the VRVP, but look at this. Look at this, all this resistance in here. So to be fair, because I don't know exactly where it's going to hit, somewhere in here is where support will lie. But please listen to what I'm saying. If we close below here, and I have to speak this way, guys, because you don't understand the amount of comments that I get. For you guys, you're like, why is BC talking to us like we're fucking 5 years old? Because there are so many stupid people listening. So many stupid people. And they're like, oh, BC says we're going to 53. No, I never said that. I said that if we do this, we have to hit here and here. And they will forget everything I said and then say that I said we're going to 53,000. I've been actually blocking a lot of those. When I hear comments like that are just straight stupidity, I've been blocking them. So it's been helping me because there's less and less of those people that are listening to this video. So it's been really good lately. It's been really good lately. And I'm going to keep on doing that. So if you have a stupid comment, I'm going to block you. If you can't comprehend that I said that if we lose here, we're going to go here and then we're going to go here. If you're that stupid, you don't belong trading. You don't belong trading. So I'm going to take the initiative to block you. So if you find yourself blocked, and what did BC block me? It's because you're stupid. All right? So just want to make sure I cleared that up. Now, so as of right now, we need to basically hold. The bulls need to hold. Oh, excuse me. The bulls need to hold their end of the bargain, meaning this is. Go here. Excuse me. We need to hold this end of the bargain. If we cannot hold this, we will go give it again the benefit of the doubt. If the benefit of the doubt doesn't play out, there's still one more thing we can do. We could come and sweep these lows and then do this move. I said this the other day. It's not about having full of hopium, but you have to play it level by level. Let me show you this, guys. Not always, but here. You see this sweep? This was the low. This went up to here. It came down just enough to sweep it. And then we went back up. Did it do it here? No, it didn't do it here. Look, we went all the way up here. Did we do it here? Yes, we did. Look, we put a low, came back up. Well, actually, excuse me, open here. Look, we put the low, we swept the low, and then we went back up. Here, we were moving. This came back and swept these lows and kept moving. So that's why I say I have to give the benefit of the doubt to the bulls that they're going to come through. But you have to invalidate the continuation rule. You have to invalidate the reload zone. And then your last ditch effort is going to be a sweep and then a continuation. And obviously, guys, if we close below here, then the scenario that I showed you on the other daily time frame chart will become a very high probable scenario. All right, guys, I'm at my 15-minute mark. Please hit the like button. Please hit subscribe. You'll be the first one to get notified. If you hit subscribe, you'll be the first one to get notified when I put a video out. So just keep that in. Actually, I think you have to hit the bell icon, and you'll be the first one, because when I upload these videos, I hit public. And when I hit public, that means that as soon as the video is done rendering, you're going to get a notification. When it's done rendering, I just wait to see it. It's done. Sometimes 5-10 minutes pass before I notice that it's done rendering, and then I copy the link and then I post it to Twitter. So if you want to be the first ones to get the video, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and make sure you hit the bell notification so you'll be the first one to get notified. But as of today, for today's plan, this is today's plan, guys. This is what I'm looking for today's plan. So it'll be a little bit cleaner on the 4-hour time frame. I'm looking for this. What's the invalidation? Invalidation to this would be if we get above the 50 EMA. If we get above the 50 EMA and hold on the 4-hour time frame, this now becomes invalid. All right? We talked about this yesterday, and look, we're still here. We're still struggling to really get, we held here, but we didn't get very far. We didn't put a decent higher high. We put very shallow higher highs, and then we lost it. So this is the weakness that I don't want to see. I want to see a continuation with a nice strong pull. So since we can't rely on the hourly as of right now, I'm switching to the higher time frame, to the 4-hour, my next high time frame that I like to pay attention to, and I'm trying to see if we can at least get that rubber band effect down into this one first. I just want you to remember this one first. I'm just using this to keep it cleaner. If this invalidates, then we'll go for the next one. So I'm going to leave this here for right now, guys, and understand that this arrow represents, if we invalidate this, we're going to this, okay? Make that fair. So I'm going to leave this here for now. So that's the plan for today. A small pullback, better said, with a target of the 100 EMA, or at least the 50 EMA, because that's going to be actually the one that we're going to struggle with the most today, right here. If we get to the 50 EMA, let's just say this comes down into here, we're going to see a pushback. Why? Look left. Pushback. 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 Deviation came right back. That is not going to be an easy one to break before we get to the 100 daily time EMA on the daily time frame. You better believe that this is going to be a difficult EMA to break through. All right, guys, have a good day.